Booga booga booga. I don't know what that was. It was quiet, and then it stayed quiet. And I wondered about the people listening to this on YouTube, and they were like, "Is my audio working?" I was mean. I apologize. I wasn't. Not cool. Not cool, Troy. Not cool. Thinking about everything. I'm thinking about the moon. I'm thinking about slingshots. I'm thinking about Aguila Colibri ammo. Thinking about why my left tire is squeaking when turned and accelerated. Probably just need new brake pads. Thinking about pricing the PCB. I just recently talked to someone via email, someone who's buying one of the PCBs, about why I'm getting it made in America, and it's really frustrating. He's not frustrating. It was just explaining it just reminds me of the entirety of the situation and how much it just is bad. Like, none of it is any good. And I think about the idea of, I mean, I am technically a millennial, and I'm on the I am on the right side, the religious side, whatever side you want to consider it, conservative side, although that word just doesn't mean anything anymore. And I think about the people who are just like, oh, we need a war. We need a civil war. Like, I was talking to someone about this on Twitter, and they were like, who is this supposed war going to be fought against? And I just kind of had this realization, like, man, I just recently found this statistic, the 19 point something percent of 19% of people, 19% of counties in America are considered rural, and 91? No, it was 3%, that's right. 19% of people live in 97% of the counties. 81% of people live in 3% of the counties in America. This is the rural versus city divide. And there are some considerations for how they classify rural versus city. However, the fact remains that such a dense population of people is not going to be able to sustain itself, lacking multi-daily food deliveries. This is why New York almost starved to death when Hurricane Sandy hit, and the roads were blocked for 3 days. But no one wants to talk about that. The bright side of gigadeaths, as I put it, was with such a tremendous, it's not even decimated, with more than 2/3 of the population. I guess 5/6 of the population, probably, very likely dead within the first week. Just if the electricity stops flowing, just if the gas stops flowing. The bright side of that is such a small amount of people with so much death around them would be pretty likely to work together. The idea that this would break into some kind of Mad Max warring factions is still, a possibility, but it seems much more likely that we would need to work in communities because it would just be so few of us. I say few of us as if I'm one that would survive. That is the bright side of gigadeaths. Oh, and Terry Davis. I'm thinking about him too. Someone tweeted a picture of a drawing of I got it. A young Terry Davis walking hand in hand with God, touching a realistic elephant in heaven. Guess I identify with him in some way. Slingshots. Those are pretty neat. And you can buy replacement bands, by the yard. I will just make my own circuit boards. Nuts to you guys. I'm gonna make my own circuit boards. With gambling. Not appropriate. Not appropriate. Disavow. Alright. I got here early so that I could do a little bit of work. I've been had kind of a breakthrough on this project I've been working on, and it's very reassuring. The code just feels better, easier to work with, easy to use. So I'm excited to get working on it, or continue working on it. But I'm here, talking very slowly. Alright. Catch you all later.